Left, continuing around the microphone and up onto the stage, you have reached your destination.
After doing thousands of commercials in Australia and America, she's now known around the world as the GPS woman. Please welcome Karen Jacobson. Have a seat, Karen. Oh, but I wanted to ask first you, Karen, how did you become the GPS girl?
How far back do you want me to go?
The reason why you were born, perhaps?
Okay, so I am originally from Australia, and I moved to New York 12 years ago. One of those moving here with a suitcase and a dream kind of moves across the world to a place I knew nobody. And what was I thinking? And I arrived here and I started to do some voiceover work. I had been a voice artist in Australia for whatever, 1990 years, 10 years, there you go, till 2000. And I arrived here and I started to go to voiceover auditions, and then my agent in Australia actually contacted me and said, we have a client, they're looking for a native Australian female voiceover artist living in the northeast of the United States.
The odds. The odds.
And I thought, that is me, and that is my job. And I went to the audition and I got the job on the spot.
Wait, they told you on the spot?
Yeah.
That's unusual.
I know. That doesn't happen every day, right? So I got the job and I recorded over a 3-week period because I had to record almost 50 hours of script. They would only let me record a maximum of 4 hours a day, because they did not want my voice to sound fatigued in any way, and they needed my voice to sound calm and consistent.
Did you have a director, or you did it from home and sent it in?
Oh no, they actually flew me up to Ithaca, New York, where the company was that was creating this voice system. And they put me in a hotel, and I would record every day from 9 till 1, and then I'd go to lunch and hang out the rest of the day for 3 weeks.
Well, not that this would make a difference. Did you know it was going to be a hit?
Did I know what was going to be?
It was going to be a hit. You know, because we
had no idea.
Yeah, we do jobs all the time that are tedious, and they don't necessarily turn into a hit.
Joan, it's in 25 million GPS units in cars around the world. I mean, I had no idea. I'm in a little hotel in Ithaca, New York, and then going to lunch at Moosewood, and, you know, hanging out, and sending in my invoice, and coming back to my life, and then it just went crazy.
Oh my God. Profound, right? I mean, fate.
I mean, can I say one more thing about it? You've given me a microphone, Joan, you know.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That voice system, does anyone have an iPhone? Okay, so in your iPhone, if you're familiar with Siri, right? Okay, so if you go into language in Siri and you change it to Australian, I will be your new assistant. So that voice system has ended up in 37 million iPhones, 25 million GPSs. I created a whole brand out of it. It was one job, which just went places who could have imagined.
I know. That is so extraordinary, right?
When I first started doing voiceovers in Australia, and I give this advice to people who say they want to get into the heady world of voiceovers, I started to listen to everything on the radio and everything on the TV, and I would copy everything. So if somebody was doing a really girly, or the women, if there was a really girly read, I would copy it. If there was an older female read, I would copy it. If there was a character read, I would copy it. And that helped me discover my style, I suppose, because I could hear what was really resonating and working. The other way is just voraciously recording yourself and listening back to it, and your ear will tell you, I hope, that it's either close to that commercial you were copying or not. And I think that's part of the craft, is really being able to have the kind of ear that can hear very fine differences between two reads. So copy everything, and that would be my advice.
Right? But what do you feel about rejection, Karen?
I think it's deeply challenging. I mean, I've been a voiceover artist for 22 years. I still don't like it. I've made some definitely made some progress in being able to make use with it. I'm still not all the way there.
It is a process.
And one of the key parts that has helped to cope is to really create my own world and my own brand around what I do. And there are a lot of pretty girls out there, a lot of good-looking guys, a lot of people with lovely voices, sexy voices, marketable voices, who can comprehend quickly. This is New York City. Yes. Most of those people are going to be here. You know, the competition is, as you well know, right? It's insane. But one thing that I did, rather than feeling, because I was feeling very passive and victim-like around not being picked, and even though I'm in only a niche of the market in this city, there's still a reasonable amount of work for an Australian, British, New Zealand, South African accented person, and I'm booked for all of those accents. That, you know, I can keep myself busy, but it's not like the all day, every day that you guys get to go for, right? So I found it was important for me to look at what was, I suppose, distinctive about what I do or what I could be known for. And, you know, it's not that common to be the voice of the GPS or in Siri, or so something really kind of landed in my lap, and I eventually saw it and went, oh, hang on a minute, I can create a brand out of this. And I've trademarked the GPS girl, and I'm known as the GPS girl, and that's a whole brand with my professional speaking and my, you know, coaching and that whole brand. However, because I then started to develop this purpose around what I was doing with that, I was less attached. And that, to me, was the piece that has made it easier for me to cope with rejection. I know why I'm on the planet. I have a clear purpose. I have a whole plan for my life and what I'm doing with my life and why I'm doing it. And voiceovers fits into that, but it does not define me as I'm a worthy person or an unworthy person because I do or don't get that job. So I think I've really had to take care of myself emotionally by setting up a bigger picture for myself, and voiceover is a part of that, and I love it passionately. But if I'm not right for that job, I'm not going to allow that to crush me anymore.
I think that's gold. I really do. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you. To add something to that, you need to know how to read, but it's comprehending quickly. Yes. That is the piece, kind of beef that goes with it, is to be able to, you know, have 50 hours worth of script. And because that wasn't just one word here and there, or when I get a commercial script, you get it right then. I know that's stating the obvious.
Hopefully.
Right, but there's no, for a lot of the work that I've done, there hasn't been, we'll send you the script beforehand. You know, it's, here it is. And we changed it. Oh, and here's another one. And actually, here's 5 other ones that alternates we'd like. And you need to be able to comprehend super fast. And I think ways that I've developed that is I'm a voracious reader, and reading aloud, and just reading, but comprehending, being able to scan and skim a page. And that is a skill that can be learned. But you've got to do it like a crazy number of hours, but it's the comprehension.